Hi, this is Frida. Welcome to my channel. Sorry about that. I just couldn't stop laughing. I tried to gather all my yarn here, and I have a full container of clear, full container downstairs. Okay, I did get a custom commission order for a 3 extra large for the Lebowski Dude cardigan. Okay, this is a swatch that I have knit. This was supposed to be a sleeve. I was knitting for 5 extra large for a customer, and I ended up keeping this. Now I have to start from start again to knit for the 3 extra large because I don't have the pattern for it. And every time I get an order, I have to make it up. Okay, so these are the wool that I have gathered up. I love this one because it has cashmere in it, but unfortunately, it's pretty expensive. Okay, and the colors that I have ordered in the previous years to match the color, and this is one of the Cascade 128. This is 100% wool, and yeah, and I have darker colors, so I'm going to start. And I have ordered this yarn. I don't know if this would be enough, but I'm going to start with this stash here that I have. It's not scratchy at all. This is very scratchy. I don't like this yarn, but some people like it. And then they say when you wash it, the scratch goes away. It's from Iceland. I ordered years ago, 2009 I believe. And yeah, this yarn I ordered, it's from Canada. They changed it to Amazon after they moved to Amazon. I haven't ordered from them, but I'm going to see if they have this yarn. Again, if I don't have enough, we'll see, hopefully. Hopefully this would be enough to knit for a 3 extra large, because I have 20 balls of this, and 20 balls is about 2 kilogram. Yeah, so 50 gram, 10. No, about 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram, yeah. And I used to have this super soft merino wool. It's like a cloud to touch. My previous cardigans I have knitted with this yarn, but I only have this left. These 3 left. And it was from Uruguay. I'm tired of paying custom fees. I'm sorry. I'm trying to order a yarn from Canada now. It's like, it's too much. Every time I spend over $20, I get banged with a custom fee. Like just the other day I paid over $100, $106 I believe. And so I'm going to try locally, Canadian, so I don't have to pay custom fees. If I don't, I have no other choice, right? And I have some hand spun yarn that I have spun here. These are merino wool as well. They're very soft. So I have 3 balls of this, 3 skins here at the back that I might add to that 3. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm just going to start with this, and then we'll go on, and I will start the sleeves and the I have to do it by measurements, and I think I might need to draw a chart. I don't know. I usually follow pictures that I have knit in the previous years. But this is the main focus. I will knit one of the sleeves, and I will come back to do the tutorial on to show you how to knit the other sleeve. So yeah, I started for 5 extra large and it ended up too small, so I had knitted apart and then added that. Okay. And here is the rest of the clear container that I was mentioning. And the merino wool buffalo wool I have here. These are Canadian. I think they're Canadian. Yeah. Here's some. Here's again some merino wool. Super soft. These are my another yarn I'm going to take upstairs. Okay. Here's a nuts. This is the Cascade 128. Yeah. So dude sweaters or Aran sweaters. I have alpaca here. I love this color. Okay, and yeah, this is the pure virgin wool, buffalo wool I call it. Yeah. It's a roving. Doesn't, yeah, it is a Canada. Brandon, White Buffalo Mills Limited. Brandon, oh sorry. Brandon, Manitoba, Canada. It is Canadian. Okay, so we will get started on how to knit the dude, the Labroski sweater. Yeah. And I emptied 5 containers that I had. I'm so happy. So my goal for 2018 is to empty another 5 of this clear containers that are full of yarn. And these are some of my knit items that I put in containers. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 containers of ready to ship hand knit items that I have here. Yep. And I have yarn here that I put separated that I'm going to be working on pretty soon. Yarn, yarn, yarn. Don't you love yarn? And here is my stash of yarn. Up to the ceiling. I have rovings I have to spin. Okay, so I grabbed one of my son's sweater. He got this for a Christmas party that he's going to be attending this Friday. Okay, and if you're wondering where he got it from Amazon for $79, free shipping. Okay, so this is a 2 extra large, and to knit the 3 extra large, I'm just going to knit it a little bit wider. The height and everything is perfect for a dude cardigan. If you measure it, so it says 31, but again with the pattern I have to follow the pattern. It might be longer, like 32 or 33. It says 31 here for the height, and the sleeves are pretty long. I don't know why they make it long, because I'm a 3 extra large, and it goes all the way to my fingers. Yeah, when you measure it underneath, it's like 23. Yeah, again, like I said, I have to follow the pattern, and then we'll like this, the design. So if you look at it, this is how it will look like. And then you knit the brown a little bit longer. I think this might even work. Yeah. We'll see. So I will follow, and I will do the demonstration with you guys, and we'll see how it goes. So stay tuned for more information. Yeah, if you want to grab one of your sweaters, cardigans that you feel comfortable and want to knit with it, just lay it down, measure it. I'm gonna just put a little bit of steam on this because it came out of the package. It's all wrinkly, wrinkly, wrinkly. Yeah, he loves green. My sunny boy. I still haven't knit his yarn that I purchased. I made a how I'm unboxing it. I haven't knit him that yet. Yeah, okay, so stay tuned and I will update you more with more info. I have knit one of the front and one of the back of the body, as you can see. Okay, I just wanted to show you, even I used larger needles. You can see the shrinkage here, just to compare. So be careful, like you can, like from here I was using regular needles and I went one size larger, and even I increased the needle size. You can see that it shrinked. So it does happen. I did wash it and block these just to give you an idea. So this is a 2 extra large and this is a 3 extra large. So I knitted as big as I can, but unfortunately, yeah, it does, when you do the design, it does shrink. So be careful. I would advise you to use larger needles, otherwise it does shrink. So I'm working on the second front of the cardigan, and I just wanted to say, to knit the sleeves, I'm gonna end this tutorial and go from here, because I have a tutorial on how to knit the collar. I will put the links below. I already did a tutorial because I knit several of these cardigans, and I did a tutorial on how to sew the zipper, so I will put that link as well. And for the sleeve, I'm going to make a separate tutorial for that because I don't want this video to be too long. So I'm just going to let you know what I did. Okay, the pictures that I put to my son wearing the cardigan is for a customer. He was a 5 extra large, so that's the big reason I had to make the design way bigger. As you can see, this is smaller. This one, I don't have a written pattern, so please don't ask a written pattern. I don't write patterns. I just write them on my book here, and I will give you all the information. This is written in Turkish and English mix match. So if you want to do a screenshot, you're welcome to. I don't know if you can see this better. Yeah. And it really depends on your yarn. Like, it took me 2 days to figure out how much to cast on with my yarn that I have been knitting. This is the yarn. I bought this yarn from ellen.com. They don't have it anymore. I bought these a couple of years ago. And it's Highland bulky, it says. It's 100% wool. It's super soft, like merino. And you can see how it looks when you put it on the... Like, you can see it, you can even feel it. Let's say it that way. Okay, so what I did is, this cardigan that I'm knitting is for a 3 extra large. It can fit it for a 2 extra large, 3 extra large, and even for a 4 extra large. So the yarn that I have knitted is worsted. It's bulky yarn. It doesn't say here. Yeah, unfortunately. There's not much information on the label. It's like, oh my god, what is this? So it's 1 spin, 1, and it's wool. So just to give you an idea. And for the back, I have cast on 114 stitches. If you want to write this down, you can write it down, or you can rewind it and watch it. And so I knitted 12 rows of rib, 1 knit, 1 purl. So before I go this, like, I just wanted to show you, this is for a small, medium, even for a large size that I have made. This is a sample that I've been from my 5 extra large that I was knitting for a customer. So this was too small for him. But to knit this, it's for small, medium, extra large. It's both males, females and males can wear it. It's unisex. And for this tutorial I am making, okay, so I cast on 114 for the back, the rib. And for the fronts I cast on, so I divided that 2 by 2, so 57 stitches. And for I'm doing both so the designs can match when you sew them on. So it has to be perfect, like when you put them on like this, it has to go straight, not up and down like this. Just to be cautious about this. So the sleeve is going to be the same way knit, same length, but the sleeve is up to here. The pattern, when you look at the original cardigan, it's up to here. So the sleeve is up to here, and that would be perfect for the sleeve that I'm going to knit. For the sleeve that I'm going to knit, I'm going to measure this, like do my gauge. So I will do the tutorial later on for that after I finish this one. Okay, so you knit 12 rows of rib, 1 knit, 1 purl. If you want to do 2 knit, 2 purl, you are welcome to do that. And so I knitted 15 rows of knit and purl on the back, stockinette stitch. And then for the light brown, I have knit 6 rows. For this, 6 rows. And then for this area, another 6 rows to give that height with the white yarn. And then for the zigzag, what I did is I knitted, I made a diagram here, if you wanna. There is a pattern, but it's a rib pattern. I will put that link too. There is on Ravelry, she put a lovely diagram, but like you knit, I couldn't work that out because I have to use my own with my yarn. So I had to make my own. I will put that link as well. Even when you Google it, search it up. If you put the dude sweater, the dude cardigan, it comes up in Ravelry. So she did a great job of knitting that cardigan, and she has the diagrams and she has all the sizes. It's free, so I will put that link as well. But unfortunately, I'm knitting stockinette. I'm not knitting 1 knit, 1 purl, because if I do that, the cardigan would be huge, and I don't want that. Because the original cardigan is knit with machine, right? So we have to be careful when we're knitting with hand knit items, and the yarn that I'm knitting is bulky yarn, so you have to work with that. Okay, for the Z, what I did is this I figured out looking at the original pattern. So there's for the original cardigan, I had a close-up picture look, screenshots, just trying to figure out how to knit it. So it's a lot of work, and nothing's easy. But the end result is always gorgeous. So what I did is I knit total of 6 stitches of the brown, dark brown, and then 2 rows. You knit about that. You go back and forth. Like 2 rows, I mean you knit 1 on the front and 1 on the wrong side, and then when you come back you knit 2 stitches of the dark brown to create this Z, and then when you come back, so you knit right front, and then you knit the wrong. That's how all you do for this Z, like you don't knit in rows. And then for the top, it's about 8 stitches to create this longer look. Okay, if you want to do a screenshot, or you can always go back. Okay, and then I did another 6 rows of the white, and then I did another 6 rows of the dark light brown, and then I did 11 rows of this white here, and so I'm starting the pattern. Okay, you need to, I didn't put a diagram on that, just try to get a closer look. Let me see if I can do that. There's no way that I can. Yeah, it's hard. I'm on my, yeah, one of the viewers asked, use a tripod. Well, yeah, of course I'm using a tripod, but you have to move it around when you're knitting. So I don't get why people are commenting weird. It was so rude, I just blocked that person. I'm sure that person's gonna open another and then comment again and put a dislike, but some people, like, yeah, of course I'm using, and she went on, or he, I don't know. Okay, so what I did is I did 3 white, 3, if you can see here, 3 white, 3 dark stitches, one after another, and then I started the pattern. Okay, oops, sorry. Okay, let me show, let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I think this is way better. Okay. Okay. I think this one's better. Okay, here I did 11 dark stitches, 12 white, 1 black, dark brown, 12 stitches of white, 11 stitches of dark brown, and then I did here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 stitches of white. This is the back of the, so it has to equal to the front. That's what I'm trying to give you that idea. Okay, and again I did 10, so I just did the repeat of what I did here. That's all to it. And again, if you want to look at closer, this is how it looks like. And I think it's turning out, it's a lot of work, takes a lot of knitting, so many stitches, and with the bulky yarn with big needles, it's tough, but it gives that softness. Like I said, please try to use bigger needles, because with the yarn, you're playing with 2 different yarn. It gives you this tightness. Okay, I forgot to mention, after knitting 12 rows of the rib stitch, 1 knit, 1 purl, I knitted, I think 10 stitches here. It depends on what you knit with, right? So if, yeah, there's 10, 2, 4, 6, actually 9. Well, if you count this one too. So 10 stitches for the border to put the zipper on. I'm going to be putting the zipper here. And yeah, I forgot to mention that on my tutorial. So I will squeeze this in the middle to let you know when you're knitting the fronts. On my previous tutorial, I do have a tutorial how to knit separately, but this time I knit it together. It's way easier because there's another job to do after when you sew everything up. You have to do the border, to knit the border, 1 knit, 1 purl with smaller tiny needles I will put that tutorial here as well, or when you search my videos you can find it if I forget. But I have a tutorial for that, but on this one I knit it together. Just went ahead, 57 stitches, and then I went, if you don't want to knit the border, then minus the 10 stitches, 9 stitches, 57 minus, and then if you want to knit it with smaller, like way smaller needles to give that machine look, that original look, you can do that as well. But I notice it stretches the fabric after when you knit it. On one of my, I will put a picture here to let you see how it looks like when you sew it. Even when you're very careful, then you have to restart again. So it's hard. So I will put that picture how it looks like after. So that's why for this one I knit it together. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is all to it. And again, I'm going to repeat the back of the body, cast on 114 stitches. And for the fronts, it's 57 stitches. I didn't bind off any underarm, so I just went straight for this particular, because it's a big size, right? It's a 3 extra large. And I did the short row. It's hard to... Okay, it looks way better on this one. I did the short row on this. As you can see, I blocked it, but it shrinks again. It goes, yeah. So I did divide it by 3. 14 stitches I divided and I knit. So you can see the difference. I knit, I came all the way back, turned back, came the way back, turned back, and then knit back and then bind off. I'm sorry, knit, came back here and then bind off here. I ended up here. So I did the same on the back, and I will just do the same on the fronts. So this is a little short tutorial. Again, it's going to take over half an hour. Time goes fast when you're trying to explain, right? And when you're having fun. And like I said, I will put the tutorial on how to do the collar. I'm going to be picking up stitches here all the way around, and I'll do short row to create that collar look. And this is not machine made, it's handmade, as I am knitting with needles here. I think I gave you the needle size at the beginning. I'm not quite sure because these erased, and I have a tool to check. I think this is a US 6 6mm, US 6, I'm sorry, 10 and 6mm crochet hook. So they are thick. And like I said, try to use bigger. If this is a 10, use a, I don't know, a 12, because it shrinks here. It gives that tightness. Even I blocked this one with my I bought this beautiful iron, and you can see how it shrinks when you look at it. Yeah, unfortunately it does shrink. Even I use bigger needles, so try to use bigger needles. And when I say bigger needles, what I do is when I'm knitting the front, I use the bigger needle, and when I'm knitting the back, I use smaller needle. It depends on how you knit, because my wrong size is always loose, and my right size is always tight. So that's why I use a bigger needle, and if you're doing this, try to use bigger needles. Okay, so this is a short tutorial, and I will post pictures. I will take a picture and give you the diagram. It looks lovely, actually. If you can knit it, welcome. And it's not hard. It's just time consuming trying to figure out what the size you're going to be knitting, right? So stay tuned, and I will, as soon as I finish the front, I will do the sleeves. And the sleeves, like I said, it's going to be the same length. I'm going to start, well, this part is going to be, the rib is going to be smaller, and I haven't increased anything here. So just to let you know, I just changed to a bigger size needles, and then I think I was using 5 for the rib, 5mm needle, and I went to a size 6mm. But yeah, that's the only thing. I haven't increased anything because I don't want it to be big enough. It's already big. I hope it's okay. I never hear from my customers back. That's the bad thing. Some of them, I don't know, if I sold 500, maybe 2 of them will send a picture. It's really tough to get their feedback after And if they send me a picture that's like, oh my God, I can't believe this thing. And this is how it looks like. Yeah, about the sleeve, I'm going to be knitting all the way same. If you look at the original sweater, I can't put third parties, second parties pictures. We're not allowed on YouTube. So if you go back and when you search it up, the Dude cardigan or the Labrowski cardigan, you will see the sleeve. It ends up here. Oh, yeah, you can't see. It ends up to here. Oh, it doesn't go all the way up. It doesn't create that zigzag pattern. So it ends up just a little bit of white. Knits up a couple of rows of white, and then it ends up. When I mean white, this is the natural white of the animal, the sheep. So it's the white sheep. So that's why I call it white. But when you look at it, it's cream or ivory. It's a darker color. Okay, so I hope this tutorial gave you an idea how to knit the Dude sweater. Just work with your gauge and try to figure out the stitches that you're going to be needing. And the yarn is important, like I said. And keep on watching my tutorials. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Share it with your family and friends. And happy knitting!